I'm going to practice at the dance theater. Care to join me? Can I, like, reserve you for prom or something? Because that's going to be a disaster. Hello, everyone. I'm LeaderofLuxinape. Are you ready for more Let's Play Pokémon Silver version? In the last episode, we made it here to Ecruteak City. Along the way, catching our new team member, Abridged the Sudowoodo. In this episode, how about we explore the city of Ecruteak? So, one of the first things you'll notice upon entering the entering the city is a gym. Head inside. The trainers here have secret motives. If you win, they may tell you some deep secrets about Ecruteak. Stuff like that kind of happens when you walk in the gym, and, well, since in Heart Gold and Soul Silver you couldn't challenge the gym because the gym leader wouldn't be here at this point, I'm not even going to try it now. That and the fact that the leader's Pokemon are way much more powerful than mine. So, that girl next to the Pokemon Center mentioned a dance theater, so let's check that out. Here you will see, not only are the Kimono girls great dancers, they're also skilled at Pokemon. I always challenge them, but I've never even left a scratch. Lad, if you can defeat all the Kimono girls, I'll give you a gift. This gift is actually required to complete the game. So, here we have 5 Kimono girls, all of which will challenge you to a battle. Unlike in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, luckily you don't have to challenge them all in a row, so let's get going. I always dance my Pokemon, of course. I also train them. Also, if you're playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you would not fight them until much nearer to the end of the game, and they would be a lot more powerful, and they'd have to fight them all in a row. So, when you fight the Kimono girls, they will each have a level 17 evolution of Eevee. Now, when we saw Bill in the last episode, he said he had a gift for us, and that gift just so happens to be an Eevee. We're going to be picking that up right after I finish beating all the Kimono girls, and, well, I could start explaining the evolutions of Eevee right now. So, Eevee, it has 8 confirmed evolutions as of Gen 6, or as of the amount of Gen 6 that's been shown to the public so far. However, this is Gen 2, so, of course, only 5 evolutions are available. The first one is Espeon, which, like Togepi, is obtained by leveling Eevee up with High Friendship, like Togetic. If you level up Eevee with High Friendship, it will evolve into Espeon. However, that is only during the daylight hours. At nighttime, Eevee will evolve into not Vaporeon. I thought they were going to be organized cleverly and such, but I guess they didn't. So, Espeon is the special attacker of the group. Vaporeon is the special defender. So, I probably should not have used Twist. Oh, my. Okay, that wasn't good. So, anyway. Vaporeon, special defender. Let's see. Not really much to talk about while I'm fighting Vaporeon. Just beat it the way you'd beat any other water type, I suppose. And as you can see, it is very special defensive. Specially defensive. It didn't even take half damage from that. And it actually caused damage. Incredible. And Sand Attack. Fun. There we go. So anyway, we have not seen Water Stones yet, but I have mentioned that certain Pokemon evolve with certain stones, and Mom, really? And losing saved money again. Great. But Vaporeon will evolve with the Water Stone. I don't think we have encountered any yet. So, third one. Who will send out Flareon? This was the Pokemon I was originally going to use on my team when I said that I was changing a team member and didn't even know what I would be using way back at the beginning. I was thinking of using Flareon. Flareon evolves from Eevee with a Fire Stone. However, after further research and a practice file with an unevolved Eevee, I realized that you can actually not get a Flareon until you have beat the game. There's a bridged Quick Claw going into effect. Until you have beat the game in Gold and Silver. That is not the case in Crystal, Heart Gold, or Soul Silver, where a certain trainer, who I think we've already battled, if you give them your number, you will be able to rematch them, and those rematches, they will give you a Fire Stone. There are other trainers for other stones, too. But you can actually not get Flareon. So, instead, also, besides the slots, there's only one way to get Dratini, and that's way near the end of the game after getting all 8 gym badges, so I'm glad I remember the slots existed. But here is Umbreon, which is the special defensive evolution. I'm sorry, Vaporeon was special attack oriented. Umbreon is special defensive. Let's see, who else have we fought? No, wait. Vaporeon is HP. Espeon is special attack. Flareon is physical attack. Umbreon is special defense. So, again, using Twister is not a good idea. But I had basically went scrambling for another team member because I didn't want to have to go through what would effectively be most of the game with an unevolved... I used Flail instead of Low Kick. With an unevolved Eevee and not getting Dratini until effectively the end of the game. So I replaced it with another Pokemon, Fire-type, that will be able to be caught very near, or actually a sub-area of Ecruteak City. So really, it's like I got Eevee, except free evolved. And I am getting my rocks handed to me on a silver platter right now. There we go. There we don't. Flail. There we go. Umbreon is a Dark-type Pokemon. Espeon is Psychic. Flareon is Fire. Vaporeon is Water. It is also gotten from Eevee by leveling up with High Friendship. However, that would be during the night. You can jump off of there? What the... What? They have more than one texture for a ledge in this game? What is this? What is this? I have newfound respect for the Game Boy Color. What? 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 They actually put in a thing that only appears once. And it's like an entire new texture for a ledge. That must have taken forever to program by this standards. That's... wow. Anyway. Challenging the last evolution of Gen 2. Which is... Jolteon. Speed-oriented electric type. Also, another reason I am very, very happy I did not, in the end, decide to use Flareon is because even though it has pretty good attack, it's somewhat fast and has almost as good special defense as it does physical attack. Flareon has one of the most awful move pools in existence. It is a physically attacking fire type, and in Generation 5, the most powerful physical fire type move you can teach it is Flame Charge, which not only has maybe 50, 60 power at the most, but it also first came out in Gen 6. So Flareon's enhanced special attack is basically, physical attack is completely negated by that and the fact that fire was actually special in Gen 2. So really, it's almost, can't really say pointless Pokemon because evolution of EV, Pokedex, that kind of thing, but not as effective as some of the other evolutions. So, looks like we're going to finish Jolteon off next turn, and... Alright, I'm actually hoping I learn another Dragon-type move than Twister pretty soon, because it's a very welcome substitution for Wrap, but it's not exactly very powerful either. And Rutini is going to still take a while to evolve once, and it might not... And... we'll see about this, but it might not even evolve into its final form until after we beat the game. So, let's talk to the guy who said he'd give us a prize. And the way you battled, it was like watching a dance. It was a rare treat to see. I want you to have this. Don't worry. Take it. You receive HM03. Perhaps one of the best in the game. That's Surf. It's a move that lets Pokemon swim across water. And guess what? Surf is rather obviously a water-type move, so what say we teach it to our resident Dragon-type Pokemon to give it an actual powerful move. So I'd say it's high time we got rid of Leer. If you're thinking that Sobek is actually not, Sobek would benefit a lot from knowing Surf, of course, same type attack bonus and all that jazz. But it's got Water Gun, which you can do decent damage with. It's got Cut, which you can do decent damage with. He's going to be learning Bite soon enough, so really, he's pretty good for a while, and I might be taking Surf off of Hydra after a while and putting it back and putting it on Sobek for a good, powerful attack, but for the time being, it's going to stay where it is. And now, like I said I would, before we go off and do anything else, I'm going to quickly pick up the Eevee from Bill in Goldenrod City. So, if you remember back in Goldenrod City, this is the house where we met Bill's mother and sister before the first visit here. And, lo and behold, Bill is right here too. Do us a favor and take this Eevee. It came over when I was adjusting the time capsule. Someone has to take care of it, but I don't like being outside. Can I count on you to play with it? Sure thing. I'm not even going to nickname Eevee like I did Togepi, because that's going directly in the PC. Prof. Elm claims Eevee might evolve in new and unknown ways. Well, we already know those new and unknown ways. So, Eevee actually starts off on level 20, which, depending on how many team members you have, if you have more team members, it might actually be stronger than the rest of your team just due to the fact that you'd have a lot more even experience. I only had really 4 team members when I only had 3 team members. A bridge doesn't count because I got it on level 20, and Hydra still isn't on par level-wise with the rest of them, so I saw some interesting towers and things when we first entered Ecruteak City, so let's take a look at those as soon as we get back. Okay, welcome back to Ecruteak City. Ecruteak used to have 2 towers, one each in the east and west. Well, if you move to the east, apparently there is no tower, but they are actually referring to this as one of the towers. That's the tower in the west. Tower in the east you can't really see from here, but let's see, do you say anything about what I'm trying to get at? Youngster, have you learned to dance like the kimono girls? No, that's not it. He just tells you that the guy who gives you Surf. Heard a rumor about Olivine Lighthouse, the Pokemon that serves as a beacon, fell ill. Sounds like they are in trouble. So maybe we should help out whoever's at Olivine Lighthouse when we get there. That used to be a much taller tower, but it burned down in a fire. So, allow me to introduce you to the Burned Tower and Mysterious Stranger Shadypants. Oh, it's you! You wanted to get stronger, so you came for the legendary Pokemon that's supposed to be here. That's your story, right? Well, that's not going to happen, because I'm going to get it. I'm going to be the world's greatest trainer, so legendary Pokemon would be perfect for me. Well, anyway, I'm getting tired of having a wimp like you always showing up. And you will insert yourself into another battle against Mysterious Stranger Shadypants. I am actually somewhat scared about this because he is quite strong in this battle. He will lead off with a Haunter, level 20, Ghost Poison type, Lick, Spite, Mean Look, and Curse. You will want to switch to whatever teammate you want to battle that Haunter with before it uses Mean Look, or you will not be able to switch out. So, let's see. Curse somewhat helps you, because as you saw, it just took out like half of its HP. That's what Curse does. The user depletes half its max HP to lay a curse on the opponent. Every turn, it will lose a quarter of its HP, and that combined with Mean Look can actually wipe you out pretty quickly, because obviously 4 turns, and really? Because if it damages you at least once, it will take 3 turns to take you out instead of 4. And the curse is probably going to take me down now. I wanted to beat Haunter there for the level up, which luckily I actually got. That would be a complete waste if I didn't even get it. And like I just said, Sobek is going to learn Bite. So let's see. I'd say we can get rid of Leer. Sheesh. For Bite, and he's about to use Magnemite. This is his newest team member. So let's send out our newest team member to counter it. And I like what they did there. His newest team member is actually his weakest. Magnemite, level 18, Electric Steel type, Tackle, Thundershock, Supersonic, and Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is the one attack you actually have to worry about, because no matter what, that will do 20 damage. At this stage in the game, 20 damage is a lot of HP to lose. As you can see, 4 of those would be enough to take out a Bridge, which is 5 levels higher than Magnemite. So it's potentially even more dangerous than his starter. And I'm hoping I can get use a Sonic Boom again. I'm done for. Yep. That could have gone a bit better. So how about we retaliate by using our newfound Surf? I'm confident that if I'm faster, I could take this down. And indeed I am. One bad thing about Surf in Generation 2 is its animation takes about 20 seconds. And I could have got the critical hit there before, but no. So next up, he's going to have his good old Zubat. That shouldn't go in the same sentence. Level 20, Poison Flying type, Leech Life, Supersonic, Bite, and Confuse Ray. Of course, it's a Zubat with Supersonic and Confuse Ray. In case you didn't catch that, Supersonic and Confuse Ray. That is 2 attacks that can confuse you. And Magnemite knows Supersonic. It knows Thundershock, which can paralyze. Haunter has Mean Look, which can paralyze. Not Mean Look, which can paralyze. It has Lick, which can paralyze. Mean Look, which will trap you in battle. Come on. 1 hit's all we need. Seriously? Seriously? I just need 1 hit. But thank you, game. Apparently I need 2 hits. Really? Really? And I'm dead, aren't I? Oh, guess I'm not dead. So, his team is really, really, really based on status inflictions. In fact, every member of his team has at least one move that can cause a status problem. Even his starter. If you chose Chikorita, his starter will be Quilava, level 22, Fire type, Ember, Leer, Quick Attack, and Smokescreen. Ember, of course, can burn you, so there's his status move. If you chose Cyndaquil, it will be Croconaw, level 22, almost virtually identical to mine, having Water Gun, Leer, Bite, and Rage. Only difference is mine has Cut for Leer, and it is actually a level less. Croconaw is the lone exception to the rule. It is the only one of his Pokemon that actually... only one of his potential team members in this fight that actually cannot inflict a status move. And last but not least, there is Bayleaf, level 22, Razor Leaf, Growl, Poison Powder, and Reflect. It's being rather stupid at not using Reflect, which I am quite glad of because, well, it would make it a little more difficult to fight him, but he's not too bad. I kind of had a string of not so good luck with the, what do you even call it? The thing that he did, confusion. Whatever. You'd never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. Now, quickly as I go to heal, I can explain a different plot element that was added to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if you try to go into the gym, the guy in front will stop you, saying the gym leader isn't there. You will actually have to go to the Burn Tower. That rival battle is actually never required. You do not even have to set foot in the Burn Tower once to complete the game. But you actually do have to fight that battle on Heart Gold and Soul Silver because, lo and behold, that's where your rival happens to be. So, let's head back into the Burn Tower and see more than the entrance this time. As you might have guessed, this is where I will be capturing my next team member. Because, guess what? You'll have wild Pokemon here. There are a multitude of hidden items in here. I just don't want to go through the time of finding them because, of course, I don't have my item finder yet. So, that's actually not something. There are some Pokemon that you could find for the first time here. You could find Coughing in the wild. You can find even more Zubat with levels reaching the teens. And you could find your Rattata. Here, this is something new. Pokemon might be able to break it. Well, it's a rock. And we don't actually have a TM that can do anything about that now. So let's go down the hole and land right next to an HP up. That's a very good item that will automatically raise the HP of a Pokemon. We saw something there that looked like a trio of dogs. And Shadypants mentioned a legendary Pokemon there, so who knows? But I would like to take some time out and walk around here in an attempt to find my next team member. Because obviously we can't move on throughout the tower anymore, or even at all, because that rock we cannot break at all. So really, we have lost access to almost the entire tower. Saw those silvery dog things. Wonder what those might be. So, Coughing in the wild. And I'm just going to cut until I find my next team member. Just as a little note, falling in one of the two holes there will land you here where you can grab a burn heal, which might be helpful if you are looking for the Pokemon that I am. Which I have yet to find. I'm idiotically mistaken. It actually turns out that the item we need to... Well, actually, the TM we need to advance on through the burned tower can, in fact, be discovered before you reach it. And since it's now night because of my aimless wanderings around, you actually get to see Hoot Hoot in the wild for the first time in this LP. But it turns out somehow I forgot that you can actually find this TM on Route 36. Now, is this still Route 36? This is the guy, isn't it? Did you clear that wretched tree? I'm impressed. I want you to have this. I completely forgot you could do this until I was walking around and remembered it. TM08. That happens to be Rock Smash. You could shatter rocks with just a single well-aimed smack. If any rocks are in your way, just smash them up. How about we try that? Because we did see some rocks that are certainly in our way. And it... What? Why isn't it in the pocket? Oh, it's 8. I thought it was 36 for some reason. Wow. So, Thor, Horus, Sobek, and Abridged can learn it. Sobek is good on moves. Thor isn't a physical attacker, so... Let's just get rid of Flail on Abridged, because... Let's get rid of Mimic. Flail can still be useful in times, but Mimic doesn't really have any uses. Especially in a single-player environment. In competitive battling, it does have some uses, but... eh. So, obviously that guy will not give you Rock Smash until you have cleared the Pseudo-Udo out of the way by either capturing it, defeating it, or running away from battle, in which it will leave and never return, and you will never be able to catch a Pseudo-Udo in that game file again. So, on that cheery note, let's progress for real through the Burn Tower. This is going to be a really productive and somewhat long episode, but what are you going to do?